What up, movie disciples and good people of YouTube? I am Brian, the movie messiah, and this is There Can Be Only One.
There can be only one.
Make sure that you guys follow everybody that you see here on social media. And if you like what you're watching and enjoy it, make sure you hit that like, share, subscribe, and the notification bell so you guys are notified when I drop videos on the channel. That's enough of me talking. I'm gonna hand it over to my sister/moderator, Brittany. Do the damn thing.
What's up, you guys? It's your girl, Brittany, or also known as Simply Be You. All right, so like you said, this is all about there can only be one. So both these guys are going to dish it out, and we're going to see who is going to be the best at the end of the day. So we're going to be focusing on Jeepers Creepers versus Texas Chainsaw. So are you guys ready? So today we have no other than my brother, the movie messiah, and we also have Charles. So if you guys are ready, I'm gonna start with you, Charles, with the very first question. Are you ready? And can you hear?
I'm ready.
All right, cool. So since you are doing Jeepers Creepers, what makes your movie a better horror film?
Overall storyline. The story takes you along for the ride, pretty much. You have this monster who is pretty much undefeatable because he's a damn crow, and he goes around terrorizing, taking people's body parts from them. If that's not horrifying, I don't know what the hell is. Also, this guy is super handy. I mean, he's a mechanic because his truck was fast as fuck. He can sew really good, so he might be a surgeon on the low. We never really know. And how quiet he moved and snuck up on people, it just makes for a very, very like bad situation if you ever come across him.
All right, 10 more seconds. Anything else you got?
I mean, he's creepy at his best. I can't say that enough. It's a crow.
It's a crow. Cool. We ending with it's a crow. All right, Brian, what you got? What makes your film better with the Texas Chainsaw?
What makes it better? I mean, not even the story per se. It's just inspired on true events. Like my man was going around cutting people's faces off and wearing them because he felt like it. Like he was that mentally disturbed, and then he decided to wear people's skin. And the rest of his family was jacked up. They're all mentally disturbed. Like everybody in that little town. You drive past the town, you know not to go through that town. You're like, you know what? I'm gonna keep going. Like, you know not to, slow down, any of that. You just keep on driving and keep your ass moving. It inspired on true events. I was so terrified that when I drove from Atlanta to California, I made sure to make that we did not have any problems in Texas. It is inspired on true events. It's terrifying, and he's brutal beyond words. Leatherface ain't no
All
joke.
right, cool. So we got low-key surgeon and somebody brutal, and probably with their whole family. Okay. So good so far. But we not finished just yet. We just getting started. All right, so question 2. I'm going to start with you, brother. So what scene gave you the most chills with your movie? Because we're talking about horror films, so I got to have some type of chills if I'm watching it.
Okay, I got two off top. When we first see Leatherface, my man goes inside the house looking for his girlfriend. He hears a noise, and the next thing you know, you see someone cut past him, and then turn back around. He's looking at the TV, and my man whacks him top of the head, and he drags him downstairs. That's one. And after that, you realize that he's cut his face off. He's wearing a face when his girlfriend Erin sees him, and he's over there getting ready to kill everybody. So when you see his face on top of, she sees her ex-boyfriend's face or her boyfriend's face on top of Leatherface's, she knows she's in for a big ass heap of trouble. Those are the most chilling scenes.
Okay, all right. I kind of got chills now. Charles, what about you in Jeepers Creepers? Any chills?
Absolutely. The last scene when Trisha Phillips walks out and she sees the crow flying over her head. Does she believe it's her brother, or does she believe it's still her monster? I mean, that scared the shit out of me. But let me pinch real quick and use my time to say one thing before I get cut off. You noted that Chainsaw was about a true story. Okay, so was Jeepers Creepers. Let me explain. There was a couple, I believe it's in the Midwest somewhere, and the husband shot the wife and disposed of her body down a drain hole. And supposedly he followed another couple for miles down the road and eventually killed them. So if you check out Jeepers Creepers, the whole, I want to say Act 1 and Act 2 are directly out of this story. And that can be proven on Unsolved Mysteries. I don't know what episode it is, but they have a mystery about it. So your statement about it being true, I mean, that's weak as hell.
Oh,
and they took
juggler
level. I'm sorry, that's my time. I got you. I got you, moderator.
Oh, you ended with the juggler. Oh, right. I'm having to make some notes of that. All right, so we throwing out some factual things.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so since we're talking about these horror films, you know, a lot of them always do remakes, or most importantly, sometimes they do a recast. So, would you do a recast, and possibly with who? Let's start with you, Charles.
I think it would have to be. The movie came out in the early 2000s, so this will have to be sped up to now. And I would like to see. Ooh, that's a toughie.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm throwing you on the spot like that.
Toughie, because it got to be a scared little white girl. So maybe if we give Taylor Swift her first movie, and it's like a dying in it, probably. I mean, I don't want her to die in real life. But in a movie, that would be hella funny because she's just like white girl next door. So she'll hear screams. All the falls, she will say all the relevant shit that she needs to say, and then still try and prove a point. So I would like Taylor Swift as lead role, to replace Trisha Phillips in the movie.
Okay.
Somebody else can say this. I love Justin Long. Dude is funny as fuck.
Yeah, can't go wrong, Justin Long.
Can't go wrong.
All right, that's pretty good. Taylor Swift, shout out to you, girl. I love you, big fan. All right, Brian, Texas Chainsaw. Any recasting and who?
It'd be kind of hard to replace Jessica Biel because Jessica Biel. I mean, you see why Justin Timberlake married her. Like she's Jessica Biel. All right, everybody loved her from Seventh Heaven. But if I want to recast it and potentially do, let's say even a sequel, but I'll get to that down the line. I'm gonna get off your bandwagon, Charles. I'm gonna take Zendaya because she's multifaceted. She never seen her in a horror movie, and everybody loves her. So you see her in a horror movie, starting in Texas, and her getting chased around. She's gonna deliver with acting wise. Like she killed it on Euphoria. She got the chops, so she's gonna be into it. Like I get Zendaya as the lead. Everybody's gonna come see Zendaya's in a horror movie and Texas Chainsaw. Oh, I'm there. That's my lead. If I'm gonna recast somebody, it's gonna be Zendaya.
All right, we're throwing out some hard hitters. Taylor Swift is Zendaya. Yeah, okay,
off the top.
Can't lie, I'm a big fan of yours too, Zendaya. Love, girl. Congratulations on that award too. So with these films, I'm gonna throw this question at you. Obviously, it's horror, and we had a whole lot of deaths. So give me specifics when did it have a better kill, and how? If you have any examples, like, do you think your movie had better kills in your film? I'm gonna start with you, bro.
Yeah, heck yeah. I mean, Leatherface is killing people left and right. Like I said, the first one off top, when he hit my man in the back of the head with the sledgehammer, that was brutal. He was pretty much dead right there. And then we hung up the last kid on top of the chandelier and just like started gutting from the nuts up. Like that, those are terrifying kills, like two off top. And the other one, like it's not even a super brutal kill. It's just like he chopped my man's leg off when he ran a 4-3 between the sheets. Like he cut him off like he was like playing shadow defense, cut him off at the seams and chopped his leg off. And then later on, drug him back and threw him on top of a hook. Those are the three best kills I've seen in a horror movie at that time. He's a fantastic killer.
Okay. Charles, what about you when it comes to Jeepers Creepers?
Thank you, moderator. First of all, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Leatherface ain't nothing but like the guy from Silence of the Lamb, and he eventually got caught. So, I mean, running around putting people's faces in, on you, that's something else. But this guy was taking body parts and putting them inside itself. Kills wise, yes. One of the major scene when he was dumping the bodies down the hole, and as he was doing it, he stared down the siblings as they drove down the street. If that don't say I don't give a fuck, I don't know what it do. Let's just be honest with you. He did it stone cold, and it was nothing. It was nothing, B. You know what I mean? And I mean, so the kills are with Texas Chainsaw Massacre. He had the chainsaw. Everybody heard him coming. So if he caught you, you deserve to die. I wouldn't even say kill him. rather than
like that.
you or you getting your heart ate out in a jail cell. And the way police been killing people these days, they couldn't even kill him. So listen,
Fine.
better kills, Jeepers Creepers all day.
Look, okay. My kills were better just because like they were more brutal. Like all he was doing was just like eating people. All right, it wasn't even like that gruesome. Like I guess he ripped somebody's head off and like bit the dude's tongue out and all that BS. And I mean, he was dumping bodies. We didn't see those kids. We see you dumping bodies. And like my man deserved to die anyway. Guys, I snatched up because he got scared. Like if somebody ran on me, we making eye contact. I ain't scared. I got the power, Greenland. I got willpower. I ain't no hoe. Okay. So I'm looking down. I'm like, what you want? I'm like, we can pull over and throw these hands right now, dog. I ain't scared. So I wouldn't have died like my man's. Me and Derry, I'm not Derry. Like me being driving through cross country, I ain't like she might get snatched up. I ain't get snatched up though. I would hope not. I try. I feel like I raised her well enough not to be snatched up, but I ain't get snatched up. I'm just saying.
He did like boys, Loki.
Can I say one last thing? I mean, I hear.
Go ahead.
But Jeepers Creeper jumped on a police car while I was driving, snatched the chick out the passenger, discarded of her, then killed someone else, stopped both cars, and then walked off. It's nothing, B. It's nothing. My man kills for fun.
I can say the same.
It's a hobby. Mm-hmm.
It's not. Yeah, we do this every day, B. Every.
Okay. Y'all made some good points. So we're getting close to, me seeing who is going to be the winner, because obviously both of y'all did great, but there can only be one. So any last thing you want to say, just to hit the nail on the head, to close the coffin shut, to show that your horror movie is the best movie of all time. Who wants to go? Let's see. All right, go ahead. It is your chance.
Like I said, the whole family was messed up. All right, like it wasn't just Leatherface; it was a family function. Like they came together as a family. They're all jacked up. They all like taking people, eating them, and watching people get tormented. Like that's not messed up. I don't know what is. Like driving across the country and breaking down in Texas is still a huge fear. I feel like everybody. Like the original came out. They did some. This remake came out. It was no joke. Like I said, it was brutal. He's faster. He's bigger. He's stronger. Like he's everything kind of was said in the song. Like I said, the family's messed up. You got the little man on the with no legs. He out there. He's a dick. The little ugly grandma. You got the little mutant boy. The whole family is jacked up. Except I guess the little mutant boy. He tried to save everything. And the acting was good. Like everybody brought it. My man who had the gun pointed to his face and then pointed the gun back at him. Like my man was terrified out his ass. Like acting was good from him and Jessica Biel and the two other dudes. The other girl, I don't know, but everybody else was fire. Based on a true story, Leatherface ain't no joke. That's all I got.
All right. Sure.
I got you. I hear you. I'm glad you brought up the mutant. He was more of an inbred because his name was Jedediah.
That's true. Yeah.
That's a dead giveaway for inbred.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean you hit it on there. Texas Chainsaw Massacre lacked a black person because everybody was dumb in the movie. You had the dudes who was tripping out about the weed when the girl had shot herself in the mouth, and brains went everywhere, and all they was worried about was weed. Jessica Biel couldn't find her head out her ass, wanting to stop and wanting to do all this stuff. We should have dumped this chick out the door.
She was a good human.
Pure hitchhiker didn't even get her none, and that's pretty much why she got into the van with the boy in the back anyway. And like I said, we had dumbass. Now let me tell you, Jeepers Creepers, just fantastic. It just reeked of creepiness. We got a monster that's around here sniffing laundry and underwear. I mean, that's hell. If you catch anybody sniffing your laundry, you gonna say something about it. It's gonna be something to say about it. Then we had a church aspect, which there was a whole underground of the church. So even God, in a sense, couldn't stop this man from just murdering people so close to him. What else? We had your typical fuck moment, and that's when the battery went dead on the cell phone. So we knew everything was fucked from that moment. And I'm all down for a movie that holds true to it. Dude is super quiet. The siblings are competitive, so that kind of gets in the way. I mean, it was just the 10 minutes of staring the van down as they drove by just gets it for me. every single time. The cat lady and we had the black lady. The black lady only had the sense, only one who had sense in the movie, and she tried to help him out. And what did they do? Not listen, sacrificed herself. And last but not least, the thing I love about the movie was the specialized license plates. Even back then, people put dumbass shit on their cars. You had Sexy Forever and Be Easy. Those both can go two different ways depending on who's driving the van.
It's very true.
This made for a classic horror movie. And like I said, the crow doesn't die. It just keeps doing its thing. Texas Chainsaw Massacre can die. Just keep cutting off body parts. It's all good.
I got something to say. Well,
Okay.
a couple of things to respond to that. One, like he only comes around, Mr. Creepers only comes around every 23 years. So you just got to know, mark on your calendar. I'm not going through that part of town every 23 years and for 23 days. So I'll skip that and I'm good on that. Two, like nobody's really scared of a Scarecrow Batman. Like you saw in Batman Begins, somebody scared of Scarecrow. And then you saw in Wizard of Oz, nobody scared of the Scarecrow. Somebody scared of the Scarecrow, bat thing wherever Mr. Creepers is. So you just got to mark your calendars and be smart about that. Also, the black woman in the movie, she was just there to be, sage old black person as usual, and she got murdered, just like they do in every other horror movie. Black person in the movie, they gonna die. So I'm just saying, like, they had no black people in the movie because they knew black people wasn't driving through that part of Texas in 1973. They was like, nah, they was doing something else. They was out there living their best life. White people was like, we're gonna get some weed and drive around and get murdered. And they played their part well.
Oh yeah, they did. They definitely did. You're right about that one.
Yeah.
Anything else? That's good. Okay. All right, I did a great job. Awesome job. I am a big fan of both of these movies, even considering I'm not the biggest horror movie, buff. But y'all had some really valid points. Especially Zendaya. I'm a huge fan. I think she would be awesome if they did a recast. Not gonna lie, that whole scene on Texas Chainsaw when the fiance and the face on the skin, I'm still terrified of that. But at the same time, I gotta admit, Charles was throwing some hitters, throwing out the facts and even the license plates. That was kind of funny. And you can't lie. You gotta have a token black person. That just kind of makes the horror film. So with it all, the end to be all, the winner has to be Charles.
Oh my.
Wow.
Brian, you did a great job.
Wow.
It was very close. But he came home run with the end is cheers with no cup in my hand. I'm have to give it to you. That was really good. With him. But both of y'all, great job. Oh, since you are the winner, anything you need to say,
Absolutely.
I have to say the Solo Cup Award.
I heard the question and I appreciate me, taking the crown. We'll again, so now I can verbally say thank you. I appreciate the opportunity to come on here and kick ass. That's what I do. So hopefully we can do this again. And
Absolutely.
Finn, what I have going on here.
Yeah, I'm sure. It happens. I take an L, whatever. You got any movie anybody should see? Like any horror movie you think maybe people should?
If you want to see a really good movie, Shit House. It's on Amazon and Vudu. It's a really basic movie for movie lovers who just love the simplicity of things. Kind of like with Creepers,
Okay.
Even Texas Chainsaw Massacre, both simple films, but it's a simple movie about kids in college, and so it's really good.
Okay, might have to check that out. I guess I took another L.
It's all right. I mean, some days you feel like a nut, some days you don't.
Sure. It happens to the best of us. I won't be holding this L for long, and I will have Charles back so I can get my retribution, whether it's a horror movie, holiday movie, whatever comes next. Charles will definitely be back on here. And thanks for Charles coming on here and holding it down, and thanks to my sister being the moderator and host and giving me the L, I guess, or maybe I gave the L to myself. I don't know, but it's really about what you guys think. Do you guys think that Jeepers Creepers is a better horror movie than the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake, 2003 remake? post your comments down below and let us know who you decide with. Make sure you guys hit that like, share, subscribe, and notification bell so you guys are notified when I drop videos on the channel. And make sure you guys follow everybody that you see here on social media so you can interact with everybody. And make sure you guys just keep tuning in. This was another edition of There Can Be Only One. And I am Brian, the movie Messiah. Base 5, let's ride.